Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Amazing Spider-Man comic series, Mega Canon Spider-Man. These movie lines from Hasbro always offer up several different versions of the characters from the comics and the movies and even concepts. So this here is one of our comic series action figures. Now, Mega Canon Spider-Man comes on that new Amazing Spider-Man blister card with the new artwork from the feature film up top. The back of the box shows off some of the other figures available in this new Spider-Man toy line, as well as gives us a look at the figure with his crazy accessory. So this action figure here is not from the Amazing Spider-Man movie. This is based on one of the appearances of Spider-Man from the comic books. That's one of the neat things about these movie lines is they do give us a wide selection of characters. Now, I do know that we get Spider-Man after Spider-Man after Spider-Man after Spider-Man in every one of these lines, but you know what? The kids love him, and it's a great idea to have multiple versions of this character on shelves because that's what gets the kids interested. So I can understand the reasons for doing it. Now, this particular Spider-Man here is really cool looking because he's totally got that McFarlane Spider-Man look. He's got those really big white eyes, and I've always been a big fan of the larger size eyes on the Spider-Man mask. The detailing on the rest of the figure is pretty nice too. He's got the darker blue and the bright red, and all of the webbing is painted in black on the red, so that looks really nice. One of the other things to note about him, though, is he does seem a lot bigger than most of the Spider-Man figures. He's a lot bulkier and buffer on his upper body. Looking at him side by side with the new ultra-posable Spider-Man from the movie, you can see how much leaner that movie version is than this comic version. Now this one's got the thwip hand on the left there, so you can see him posed and ready to shoot off his web, and the right hand is just a standard open hand. And let's go and take a look at the articulation on this guy. His head is able to turn both left and right and move slightly up and down. He has the ball hinge joints at the shoulders, which are all very tight and nice. Swivel right above the elbow as well as a regular elbow joint, but no more articulation at the wrist. He doesn't have any articulation in his body, so no torso, no waist. His legs only move forward and backward. He's got a swivel above his knee and then a knee bend, and then that's it. No other articulation in the foot or the ankle. So it's very basic articulation. But with the look of this figure with those larger eyes like the McFarlane style Spider-Man and this basic articulation, he really kind of gives off that 90s action figure vibe. But the sculpt is really nice on him. Alright, of course, he's got to come with a goofy accessory. Now, this particular one here comes with this Mega Cannon. It's just this giant yellow and blue cannon. It's got these weird little web things sticking off the side that kind of look like wings, as well as a light blue rocket that's got a bit of a webbing look to it. There's a large blue button on the top, and when you press it, it fires off that missile, as well as makes those little wing things flap on the side. And you can see there's even this little image in the center that changes when you press the button. There's a little clip on the bottom of it that allows it to snap onto the wrist of the figure so that you can hold him, have him holding this giant, big, bulky weapon, but it's huge and it's top-heavy, and since he doesn't have fantastic articulation, you will have to find the right way to pose him to get him to actually stand with this big thing on his wrist. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the new Web Cannon Spider-Man. I wouldn't call this guy a must-have by any means, but I will say that the sculpt of the figure is really nice. I like that 90s style comic book look that the figure gives off. The articulation is very basic and minimal, so don't expect to get this guy and get any crazy, super articulated poses out of him or anything like that, but he does still look nice on your shelf. Now, the new line of Amazing Spider-Man figures are in stores now, but if you don't want to do any hunting, then you should head over to www.pastgenerationtoys.com to check out their wide selection of Spider-Man figures and much more. Until next time.